All right, it's your boy Troy Ellis here at T Pro, man. I just want to talk to you real quick about the Kronos and being able to layer sounds in combi mode. If you're doing something live, if you wanted to be able to edit and use the faders to fade tracks in and out while you're doing something live. Just want to show it to you real quick, but because there's a misconception about being able to layer sounds in on the Kronos, and so that's what I want to get into real quick. All right, so I'll show you. Let's come back out. All right, so originally this is what it's set up like, right? When it comes on, most cases when it comes on, you'll see a set list. But to go to the Kronos, let's come. You would actually see this. This will be the first thing in the combi mode that you'll see. Now, in the combi mode, banks A through D is presets. So you could start, so you don't have to go through and reset and move all the, change the parameters, effects, change the splits on the tracks, take drums out, things like that. You can just go to bank E, from bank E to the user G. You can just go to, and it'll have all pianos, all right? And you can kind of make your adjustments then. All right, so here we go. And I already started with some of it, and so I just want to show you, just trying for the sake of argument and time. So first things first that I did was, and I'll tell you later on why I did that. All right, so I went in to write combi, and I put in a name. I just put, just that. All right, now I'll tell you why later on. All right, so I did that, and you just save that name. Once you get in, you type it in. For individuals that know how to write it in, that's how you go about doing that for the combis, right? So another thing too, if you want to do combi, you can still go in and layer on top of the combi that you have. You can still go in and split the combi that you have. So that's an amazing thing. So you can put all, say, pads, piano, strings, or whatever else here, and then split it, and then put a bass or kick or drums or whatever else on the lower end, or whatever you want to do, wherever you want to split it. So that's a great thing that they added. All right, so that's within the update. So just to go ahead and get this started. All right, so the first thing you want to make sure you do is, as you can see here, the MIDI channel. You want to make sure you change the, I'm only going to use 5, so you want to make sure that the MIDI channel is the same, and that's channel 1, and that's how you would layer. Now you could layer up to 16 sounds, as you see. Let's go and change that, because so go in and change those to the MIDI channels, and then so you will be able to play all those sounds, right? One other thing with splitting and layering, I'll show you. This is how you layer and you split. You start at the top up there, it means that's the end, and you can kind of move that. You want to go from the bottom up, you can take, that's if you were splitting. But anyway, that was something real quick that I want to show you. All right, so the timbral parameter is how you go in and change your MIDI channel so you can layer all your sounds. Then you would look over here and you would see all your faders. You see the faders here. Now there's a button here, right here, that says timbral and tracks, where it says 1 through 8. Those are the first 8 tracks. You press that to get to the 9 through 16, the faders. If you had 16 sounds, you would be able to adjust the faders for the last 8. So we're going to go back because we're only dealing with 5. So those are the faders. If you wanted, say for instance, you wanted a piano, then you could take and go here and turn your piano up. on channel 1. All right, so you could also go in if you wanted strings. I have strings on the next channel. Now, I'm going to show you something. How you go about changing that is, you can see here. Oh, sorry, I'm using my. You can see here where it says keyboard. That's how you go about changing that. Now here individually, you can go in and change the piano on the second track that's highlighted there. See if I can get this thing to. The second track that's highlighted there, you can go in and individually change the pianos as you go here. And as you see that, where I just changed it real quick from where you are. Versus going through and looking through trying to find, there's, two different ways to actually go through and find other sounds. All right. And as you see there, I have strings, I have electric piano, I have pads, and I have horns there on those 5 tracks. So, over here, like I said, you see the faders that I have here. And if I wanted to just strings, I could turn the piano down. If I wanted to turn that down, turn the piano down and bring electric piano in on track 3. And so if I wanted to say, go in and say, all right, you know what? I want to bring pads in with this electric piano. I can bring the pads in. I wanted to do just pads. I could do just pads. If I want to do pads with the... Just depends on what you want to do. So, and the faders will allow that. And I can go in and add horns with the piano. So that's the amazing thing about that, about having the faders. Now, what I like most is, all right, so say you don't want to go through finding the combi and doing all that, right? You've done all this pre-planning, and you want to make sure you can get to it as quick as possible. You'll go to add to set list, find whichever one you want to use. I'm just going to, pick one here. And you'll hit OK. Once you go to the set list, you can see the combi mode. See the combi right there. You can see the combi there. The other great thing about having the combi right there, you still have control over the faders with the combi there. And I'll show you. Still have control over the faders. Say you want to add strings. Say pads. We'll bring the piano back. So that's pretty much my, take on that. Now, if you wanted to, you could still go in and edit this and type in whatever you wanted to type in, on that. You could edit it. Go ahead and type in something else if you want to type that in. Say live. live combi if you want. And you would have to go back to play in order to see it. On edit, you won't be able to see it. So you go back to play, and as you can see here, it says live combi. So that's how you layer the Kronos, and you can, like I said again, you can layer up to 16 sounds, and you have the faders here, even on the live set. During the live set, once you come out of combi, you still have access to the faders and control the faders and what you want to play. All right, it's been fun. It's your boy Troy Ellis here at T Pro, man. Come back to see me. Peace out.